was found on his farm with machete cuts all over his body. The committee was informed that the victim rushed to the farm when he learned that some Fulani herders were grazing their cattle on his farmland. That incident occurred on Friday, 13th October 2023. The following day, after the corpse had been evacuated, a retrieval attack was launched by the Horis, the family of the deceased farmer, against the Cherokee Shumo's camp, whom they suspected to have masterminded the killing, and this fueled the crisis. On the same day, during a joint patrol of the security operatives from the Nigeria Police Force, Operation Burst, Amotekun Corps, and members of Oodua People's Congress, 2 members of the OPC were killed, Wasiu Olarewaju and Hakeem Iroko, by suspected Fulani herders. Also, 2 personnel of the Amotekun Corps were also shot, in which one of them, Mr. Amaojo Yakubu, died, and his colleague Kazim Ahmed sustained injury and was taken to the hospital for treatment. Prior to the killing of late Mayowa Kege, a report had been lodged with security operatives that some cattle owned by Fulani herders had allegedly destroyed the farm of one Mr. Akabi Sule. The farmer was settled with a sum of 300,000 naira compensation by the suspected Fulani herder. The suspect felt cheated and angry when he got to know that it was not only his cattle that were involved in the destruction of the farm. Upon arrival of the joint patrol at Cherokee Shumo's camp, 3 suspects were arrested and 8 expended cartridges were recovered from the camp. The leader of the camp was nowhere to be found. On 15th October 2023, angry youth of Iwerele community mobilized and launched attack on Fulani settlement at Ga Usman, and 3 Fulani were also killed. Meanwhile, the State Criminal Investigation Department of Nigeria Police Force visited the scene of the crime, and suspects were equally arrested. The committee was informed that 8 persons were killed at different locations within Iwerele during the crisis, and 5 suspects were arrested and they were being investigated. The committee also gathered that previous retrieval attacks carried out on Fulani to avenge the death of one Adeniji Taufik, a farmer, resulted in the killing of 12 Fulani during the attack. This could have fueled the crisis that occurred at Iwerele on the 15th October 2023 and on 12th May 2023. On 14th October 2023, at Alajuba via Idiyan in Ibarakwa North Local Government Area, 5 Fulani suffered reprieve for cutting off the left hand of Waris Ogunleke, the son of Ogunleke Moshood, head of OPC in the area. And on 15th August 2023, at Obeila village, Ijio, Iwajowa local government area, 7 Fulanis were also killed by some groups led by Ogunleke Moshood, the father of Waris Ogunleke, who was earlier killed by the suspected Fulani herders. These are the recommendations. After critical consideration of the findings, the committee hereby recommends for the approval of the House as follows. 1. The House should commiserate with the families of those who lost their life in the incident of the unfortunate killings that occur at Iwerele between 13th and 15th October 2023. 2. The security operatives, Nigeria Police Force, Operation Burst, Amotekun Corps, member of Odua People's Congress, OPC, Iwajowa local government area, be commended for their proactiveness and the synergy that exists among them in tackling crimes in Oyo State, especially in the incident of gruesome killing at Iwerele. 3. The Commissioner of Police be ought to earnestly expedite action towards arrest of Sheriki Shumo, a Fulani leader and a suspected gun runner in Iwerele, whose camp was invaded and used cartridges were found. 4. Further investigation should be carried out on the matter and all the suspects be brought to justice. The chairman, Iwajowa local government, be urged to organize a peace meeting among the stakeholders in the local government to include traditional rulers, farmers, Fulani herders, and relevant security agencies. 6. Engagement and proper counseling of the youth should be carried out regularly in the affected areas and the neighboring town, advising them to desist from violence and attack on the Fulani herders and stop taking laws into their hands, whereas they should allow security operatives to do their job in order to prevent reprisal attacks. 7. Traditional rulers, especially in the Okeogun axis of the state, be urged to always conduct proper investigations and documentation before allocating lands to strange herders. 8. The security agency, especially Amotekun Corps, be ought to engage in regular patrol of the area and the neighboring settlement where such incidents had occurred. Finally, that the House should put necessary machinery in motion towards coordinating a security summit so as to provide lasting solution to the incidents of security breaches and criminality in the state. Mr. Speaker, sir, I beg to report.
Mr. Speaker, distinguished colleague, DB before us this afternoon is a private member bill that is being sponsored by the Right Honorable Speaker Adebo Ogundoyin, the Deputy Speaker Mohammed Fadeyi, my very good self, Honorable Sanjo Adedoyin, JP, and some hot. The bill, as title implies, is basically to protect the masses, core consumers in the bill, from any exploitation and other form of untoward attitude. Mr. Speaker, distinguished colleague, permit me to quote from Section 5 of the bill in order to let the objective of the bill known to the member and to let the member know the reason and the importance attached to the bill. Under Section 5 of the bill, that is objective of the agency. The objective of the agencies shall be to promote and protect the right of the consumer, which include A, the right to be protected against marketing of goods and services which are hazardous to life. The right to be informed about the quality, quantity, potency, purity, standard, and price of goods and services as the case may be, so as to protect the consumer against unfair trade practices. C, the right to seek redress against unfair trade practices or unscrupulous exploitation of consumers. D, the right to be here and assure that the interests of consumer will receive due consideration at appropriate time. And E, the right to consumer education and awareness. Mr. Speaker, distinguished colleague, with the objective and the aim of the agency, you all will agree with me that this is a bill that will bring a better protection to our people at grassroots, and it will make them have value for all the goods and services they paid for. In view of this, I want to appeal to my colleague. I want to hug this honorable house to pass this bill in accelerated space, and the bill should be commended to the House Committee on Trade and Economy Practices, Trade and Economic Development for further scrutiny. Distinguished colleague, I so submit. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for the opportunity. I equally want to add my voice to the recommendation in the report, especially the recommendation number 3, that the Commissioner of Police will be held to honestly expedite action toward arrest of Seriki Chumo, a Fulani leader and a suspected gun runner in Iwere. I know we will remember when the issue of gun was at its peak. It was when this Baba Peter friend, what is the name? Wakili, the ringleader. Immediately, Wakili was arrested. Everything died down. So I want to emphasize this, that the Commissioner of Police should do the needful, and this recommendation should be taken with seriousness. And in the recommendation number 7, the traditional ruler, especially in the Okiogun, assets of the state should be held to always conduct proper investigation and domestication, documentation before allocating land to strangers and others. I want to equally see this opportunity to appeal to our leaders, most especially traditional ruler, our Bales, our Bale, and our Hobas community leader, to be proactive and to be conscious of the security of the people they represented before they admit any stranger into their domain. Most of these people, of course, there are instances when they settle without the authority of anybody. But in most instances, before they can settle in a foreign place, in a place that doesn't belong to you, you have to have a local collaborator. And the local collaborator in these instances, they are our traditional rulers. We want to appeal to them that it's not because of little egunje they are offering them. So we want to appeal to them that they must be conscious. They must take very good investigation. They must do thorough investigation before they admit any foreigner into their domain. And the recommendation number 8, Mr. Speaker, I want to add my voice. And I want to add an addendum to it, that the security agencies, especially Amotekun, should be better fortified and better equipped by the state government. In this instance, I want to appreciate our governor, Engineer Seyi Makinde for being the champion of Amatekun in the first instance. If not for Amatekun that was introduced by 2020, I don't know what would have been happening in Southwest by now. Presently in Nigeria, Oyo State is one of the safest states. And the reason why we have that exemption is because of the existence of Amatekun in our domain. As I said in my submission some 2 days ago, that it is a nice time that Amatekun should be taken to the next level. So I want it to be added as an addendum that the state government should look to every necessary possibility to better fortify, better equip Amatekun with modern weapons, sophisticated weapons, so that all these intruders, all these criminals, all these killers will be better faced by our local security apparatus. Mr. Speaker.
Yeah, it is of importance that I want to first start by commending the mover of the motion, Honorable Abiodun Babalola, for raising this matter. It's a very timely issue, and I'm also aware of his personal efforts in supporting, providing palliative for the victims of the fire outbreak at Orita Aquarium Market. I also express my sympathy with the victims of the fire outbreak. So it is of importance that the government responds speedily to this. The government, led by Governor Seyi Makinde, has been very responsive, and we also take